hearing that noise everywhere. Thought I heard it. Nesty is here.
Hey, I got tangerine.
Well,
Is that? Is there no one
No.
here?
I came in here and I was a little confused. Like, where is the year 12s? Where's the sprinkle of year 13s that I usually hear?
No one.
Nobody.
Nobody's here.
Nobody.
I am so sweaty now. I had to ride my bicycle. Anyway, how was the wedding?
Wedding, really good. Met a lot of people that I didn't see like in the last wedding, but then there were also a lot of people that were at the last wedding who came to this one. It was good food, although like when they gave like the starter at the reception, the starter they give like huge balls of it. So it's like if someone didn't know how like the course went for eating, they would have thought the starter was the main course instead. So like we could barely eat anything by the end of it. But they did give like the dessert. It was like 2 cups of some, like, I don't even know what it was. Some in 2 cups, just like
Something.
Yeah, it's like cake, I think. And then they just made it a bit more glammy and stuff. So it's
Cute.
Yeah. And then we had like a drink. It's like a cold cup of something. It might have been like a coffee or I don't know. It was some drink. It was nice though.
Sounds nice.
Yeah. But the actual wedding, like in the beginning, that was really good. My uncle came to like where we were sitting for a while and then sat with us, and then my dad moved next to him, and then they were talking and we were talking as well, taking pictures. My cousin also was there, but only one of them from Canada. The other one wasn't there, and I'm not sure why.
They flew all the way from Canada here.
They flew, yeah.
Just for the wedding?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, my cousin's husband is a flight attendant.
Oh, that's
So they're like her and her parents. They're able to get like a discounted flight. They just I think they fly on the same plane, or they like the parents fly on a different plane, and then he flies with her on another plane afterwards. And then after we all ate, well not after, but like before that, there was the entire what do you call it? Speeches. Before the speeches, it was like the bridesmaids entering, groomsmen entering, and then the parents of the bride, parents of the groom, and then the bride and groom. And as they were entering, they had a specific song that was like they picked to play while they enter. The groomsmen, now these guys are Londoners, like Essex. So when the groomsmen entered, they were playing like some drill song. I don't even know, some London drill song. Oh gosh. And like they had so many groomsmen. And it's like one specific guy. There's this thing that they wear around their neck that just like goes around the neck and then falls off like downwards, right, on top of what they're already wearing. One of the guys, like some of these guys are African, that were in the groomsmen. This one guy, he took it, wrapped it like once around his hand, held onto it, and he was doing this like half the time. So,
what the hell?
yeah, and then the speeches happened with like cousins, best friends, brothers, like the 2 brothers and sister of the groom, and then the brother of the bride. Yeah, a lot of speeches, and the 2 of the cousins, they made a PowerPoint of that. And so like, it was a timer, and do you know how they began on that PowerPoint with the timer? The groom's first love. You know what his first love was? Alcohol.
Interesting.
And there's a video of him cradling an alcohol bottle and then singing in DIML, which is my dad's language, to the bottle of somebody's love song. They were talking about how he could consume like 10 litres of alcohol a day, and he can still go to work the next morning or something. And then there's like, they were talking about how when the groom first met the bride, and then like the groom asked like his cousin to get like information and things about the bride, like probably from her best friends, because her uni roommates, because there's, including the bride, there's 3 others, and one of the best friends is actually the fiance or girlfriend of the groom's cousin. So like basically they're now sister-in-laws. So I'm gonna assume fiance then. And I'm gonna assume that's how those two met, from being the bride's best friend and then the groom's cousin, also best friend. Well, not best friend. I don't know. They had a lot of technical terms they were using. Oh, and I found out one of my other cousins, he recently got his driving license. He drove back home, and as he was parking, I think, he was driving into the driveway, he somehow went way too far. So instead of going straight down, they had to like turn this way to park. So I think he went too far in, and then when he went to turn, he hit the living room, like the window with the wall that has the window to the living room, and like apparently just smashed that entire part of the house in, or something. I don't even know how. I don't think he was drunk or anything like that. That same guy, while we were leaving to go to the reception, we were trying to get in the car, but as we were going out of the hotel, it was heavily raining. So we had to try and find a way to get to the car without any of us like getting terribly wet. That is until we saw that guy at the hotel reception. He was leaving to go outside to, I'm going to assume, to his own car or somewhere. And then he saw us and was like, oh, do you want me to get your car? And then my dad knew the story of him breaking in the house. So it was like, just things, he was hesitant, but then, my dad gave him the keys, and then he drove it to where we were, and then just parked as close as he could. And then my dad, they saw places, he went away, my dad got in quickly, and then me and my sister and my mum, we had to get in, running, get in. And I was carrying a bag of gold, gold chains and everything. If we left that in the hotel room, someone could have broken it. We get in the car, and then my dad feels something. He quickly lifts himself and grabs whatever he sees or feels. It's a vape. So I'm gonna assume my cousin's one. Okay, that's that. And then sometime during the reception, I messaged my other cousin about the fact that our other cousin left his vape in the car. And then 2 mornings later, she didn't reply to me on Monday. She replied to me on Tuesday, and the reception was on Sunday. So on Tuesday, which is yesterday, she messaged me saying, oh, which one? He can't remember. Is it black and red? I don't think, on top of that, we were already, away from the wedding, where the wedding was, and the hotel, we were back home. And then, I'm gonna assume my dad, threw it away. And then I was like, oh, it was blue. And then, yeah. I think she messaged me about something else, and then that was, end of that conversation. I don't know, he probably has, a bunch.
A bunch of notes?
A bunch of notes, yeah. I remember my cousin in Canada, he was telling about how his mom once found a pack of cigarettes in his room, and then she just started crying and everything. And then she made both him and his sister start properly praying and everything as well straight after, chanting, gave them the books. The books are about that big, right? So they're reading it's in Tamil as well. So they have to they're reading that and they're chanting. They're mantras, I think, in the books. Yeah, and then I think once they realized there was an alternative, they went to vapes. I don't think my cousin, as in a female cousin in Canada, I don't think she regularly vapes. She just, if there is one, she would, maybe take a few puffs from it. But male cousin, I think he does more regularly. I think, and I'm pretty sure his wife does too. Anyways, enough about the wedding and the reception and all my days. I didn't even get to the
what?
After we ate, they called everyone to the dance floor. Obviously not everyone went there. First, the groomsmen and the bridesmaids were there, and they were just dancing. But the thing is, they were playing English songs or just modern day songs. And in that case, my uncles, my aunts, they were not vibing at all. And then they started playing Tamil songs, old party Tamil songs. And then they started dancing then, but the groomsmen, majority of the groomsmen, all of them, they weren't dancing that much.
Why?
Because, some of them that were, and there was this one specific guy that was hyped up the entire way through. He was crazy hyped up. It's the same guy that had the thing wrapped around his hand and doing this. He was dancing. At one point he got the mic and he was singing. But yeah, and then I couldn't stay sat the entire time, obviously. So I left my mum and my sister, and I went to where my dad was, where a bunch of my uncles and some of my aunts were as well. And they were dancing, and then my aunt, the same uncle that I always danced with, made me dance with them for a while. And then we moved to the actual dance floor because we were at the back near the bar. And then I found my cousin, and then her husband came, and then we were talking, dancing a bit, and then they were like, "Oh, do you wanna, like, have some juice?" Took me to the back. Like they were talking about it like the entire time beforehand, like before we actually got to the dance floor, like when I met them earlier. Took me to the back to where the bar was, and her husband bought us three like the same like drink, except mine had less compared to theirs. Cheers. And I didn't want to be seen by my parents or my sister, so in one go I just dumped the entire thing. And then they just like looked at me shocked, like, wait a second, what? Because the only thing they've ever given me is one cup beforehand. So like I just drinking that entire thing. Kind of shocked them, but it was fine. And I had to go and put it in the bin. And then I met like my other cousins, fiancés, and the ones that at least knew me. Said hi, hugged, waved, whatever. Later on, we were leaving. I went to say bye to my cousin and her husband. Hugged my cousin, said bye and everything, and then I went to hug my cousin's husband. Hugged him. He had a drink in his hand, another alcoholic drink, and then he was like putting it near my mouth, like, "Oh, quickly have a sip of this." I took a sip, right, and then do you know what he said directly after that? Your dad's behind you. I just took a sip of your drink. You're telling me? I'm just glad they didn't see. Like,
yeah. She was in big trouble, right?
But the thing is, when, like, my nails, they were longer. And then at one point, we had to get my dad's, like, charger, like, phone charger from, one of the luggages in the back. So we went to get it. Like, me and my sister, we had to lean all the way back, like, to the boot.
Don't worry, we'll sort it. We'll have time. We'll have the whole hour period, 5.
Okay.
Yeah?
Thank you.
Okay.
I went to grab the luggage on one side, and by the time we got the cable charger out and everything, I looked back at my nails for a second, and that end, the nail, it was gone. I was like, hello?
I want to go to the
Yeah, what the hell? Lucas started to piss me off. Yeah.
We're still getting the word for physics again.
And
That's okay. You're okay.
So I was just like, oh shit. I was thinking of cutting all of my nails down, but then my parents were just like, you know what, just paint them as they are, it's fine.
I'll go sit down.
Okay. Maybe I should just randomly scan my hand. How do you go back on this? Hold on. Let me scan this real quick. This feels like okay. That was it. I scanned both my hands. You'll see it in the email.
What?
I'll show you. I don't know if it worked properly though, because I didn't put the thing fully down, so it was just like, yeah. Wait, do we need that? No.
It was due on Monday.
Yeah. I wasn't in on Monday.
I emailed her on Monday and said I'd go Tuesday, if not Wednesday.
Is there so much?
I don't have much left. But then she's like, I said I'd send her a video of it. Because I can't be asked to go take a picture of everything. And she's just like, send pictures. Oh, you want me to take a picture of every single page that I've clearly done? Like,
Yeah.
what's that about?
Oh, it
How
did.
would it actually work?
Sure.
Let's see what this.
Bruh.
I wanted to do one half and the other half, but it went like.
Your hand's just too massive.
No, properly. Like,
Well, you still didn't cut your nails?
I had to grab the luggage from the back, and as I was doing that, my nail like ripped off.
That's a sign.
I was gonna cut them, and then my parents were like, "No, don't cut them. Just, you know, put nail polish as you would."
Damn, bro.
Then it's dance, opening dance, and we're doing it with. I was listening to the Malayalam song.
Actually, I did that. Oh, I got this song again.
Huh?
That's connected to the video.
Repeating myself. What? Oh, lunch? Oh. Doing lunch. You know, the bus, the coach.
Huh?
When we were in chemistry with her,
Oh,
the
yeah.
background, yeah, that's what she was talking about. Because I showed her that picture.
I was gonna tell you the feelings. The bus passed again the other day.
Again?
Yeah.
Oh.
The bus is obsessed with the kid. The bus just can't get
The
enough.
bus?
Yeah, the
You're
bus.
built like a bus.
Oh, my God.
I thought you,
That's so sad.
thought y'all were going.
Yeah, I need to go show my thing to Miss.
Uh-huh.
This one thing. This one thing. This crusty ass thing. I just
Crusty
look
ass.
like the bus driver. Like the bus. You remember that? Huh? Hi.
It's a taxi, bro.
Need my yellow car.
Yellow car. Why am I holding this? Like, I'm just holding you like this probably the entire time. So,
There's a yellow car.
oh. Wait, hold on. You should save that in chat or like save it to the camera roll. John.
She disappeared.
Yeah, with her boyfriend.
We wanna go to our lesson. So.
Yeah. Do you have biology next? If you don't have, oh, that's probably why.
See her back.
Huh? But no, now. Okay. She doesn't have. She would be in your class because we have biology right. Oh,
Where are you going?
we have class right there.
Pretty much full marks for it. I'll have a look at it. Okay, are we all ready for that? Ready for me to move on to the next question? I'll go yes. Nobody answering me either way. Right, question 2 then was your respiration question. Alright, so we've done this a few years and students have this question. Part C, write letter A on the diagram to show one step where ATP is used. So that was between the glucose and the triose phosphate towards the top of the diagram. And then you needed 2 steps where ATP is produced, and that needed to be the letter B. And you can see that from there you have got a couple of places where you could have put the B. So it could have been a triose phosphate and pyruvate in the Krebs cycle. It could have also been from the electron carriers. I only saw one student that put it below the grey box, which obviously means they cannot get it. But sort of anywhere else around that, we were okay with that particular question. Now, based on the class that I marked, this one was really poorly answered, so the calculator excuse me, I do apologise for something's wrong here. Again, you've got a list of things that you could then pick from. Alright, so you only needed 3 of those to get the marks.